What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy Ant for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first time I see is the first time I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, my TikTok, and my website. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the notification gang. I would love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw here for today was Scorpio. So let's go ahead and get it popping, guys. But as always, before we get it popping, happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had yourselves a fantastic weekend. Thank you guys so much, by the way, for all of you tuning in. Really appreciate you. Real quick, Justin says, hey family, just popping in for a quick minute. I gotta get back to work, but I hope everybody has a great day. I love y'all, man. Much love to you too, man. Hopefully you have a great day as well. Thank you for stopping by nonetheless. What's going on though, everybody? What's poppin'? Cindy, how's it going? Hey, what's going on? CR Persevering Pisces. Hi Anthony. Hey all. Hey hello, or hey hello. Hello, how's it going? Hope all is well. Hey Amber. Hey everybody. Real quick, guys, I do want to mention that personal services are restocked for the week, so if you're interested in getting a 2 for 20 question or a personal reading, check the link in my description below to my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. You guys can get yourself a personal service with me. All right, but real quick, guys, let me fix something right here, and we're going to go ahead and get started with the zodiac of Scorpio. But once again, happy Monday to you all. Hope all has been well. Just give me one quick second. Pull that up. All right, we're good to go. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get it started. Starting out here with the lovely zodiac sign of Scorpio. Let's see what's going on. What do we got showing up here for Scorpio, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. I see Daniel in the chat. He said Danimals is hungry for a reading. I got you, bro. What do we got showing up here for the zodiac sign of Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Scorpio, we're going to get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on here, baby. Hopefully we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Scorpio, overall energy here for you is going to be the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be dealing with a earth sign like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look here at your current energy, Chariot in reverse, what you're dealing with. We do have here the Death card, and then taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the Seven of Pentacles in the upright position. So let's see what's going on here for the Scorpios. So we're going to start out here first and foremost with the Ace of Pents in reverse, followed up here with the Chariot in reverse as well. Now I did mention, or maybe I didn't, I'm not sure if I did, but Cancer energy and Scorpio energy. So, you know, Chariot reversed, it's kind of about not going forward. It typically is kind of a card of going backwards, if you will. So I think right now you're not really choosing. It also could be a card here too that is like you're remaining where you are. So I feel like you're denying some sort of opportunity. You kind of want to stay where you're at, Scorpio, moving into the next 24 hours. I mean, looking at what you're dealing with, the Death card, you know, you're looking at change here initially. And I think that right now you're not necessarily sure if you're willing to accept some sort of change going on in your life. You know, maybe somebody here is coming at you with an opportunity to travel. Maybe it's like a work opportunity where it's like, okay, would you want to work in this different state or at this different place, even though it's the same company? And maybe you're not too fond of that idea, or maybe you're not too sure. If it's not about denying an opportunity in the workplace, which it could be about denying an opportunity in love. You know, maybe somebody here wants to get together and you're just not feeling the vibe. But ultimately here, I see you wanting to remain where you are. Some sort of opportunity of change seems to present itself. And right now at this time, you are uninterested. Looking at the outcome here, Seven of Pentacles, I feel like you're being patient, waiting for something better to come along. It's kind of that energy where maybe you feel like you're being lowballed, or maybe you feel like the opportunity being presented to you isn't necessarily up to what you're looking for, like it doesn't match what you are looking for at the end of the day, so you're not going to settle for less when you know that there's more out there you wish to settle for. So I get that vibe here of Scorpio is definitely not settling for less, but most importantly, just staying where they're at because it seems good right now, and whatever kind of opportunity of change is coming in just doesn't really seem to align with the standards that you're looking for or what you want overall. So there is going to be some sort of rejection coming in here. I do see you turning down an opportunity, but it's all about waiting for something better to come along, because this opportunity presenting itself is not one that's of interest, okay? All right, though, Scorpio, and there's nothing wrong with that too at the end of the day, right? Never settle for less, never invest in something you're not interested in investing into, and if you're happy kind of where you're at, then stay where you're at. There's no need all the time necessarily for changes. Sometimes we're allowed to be content and, you know, wait along until maybe something better comes on our way, okay? All right, the Scorpio, not bad. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in nonetheless, okay? So we started out with water today. We're going to go ahead and do water, fire, air, earth. Jumping on into our fire, let's have a look here at the Saggy and see what's going on. What's going to be showing up here for Sagittarian, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours, what information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Sagittarius? Real quick, guys, you did have a flipper over here, which is going to be the Five of Wands in reverse. Take that if it resonates, of course, but Five of Wands reversed here is about getting out of conflict. So if you've been dealing with like conflict with people, you can be getting out of that. If you've been just dealing with high stress or stress in general, that can be dissipating here as well for you moving into your next 24. Regardless, though, what's going to be showing up here for Saggy, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours? You did get 2 more flippers, but I need to pull the cards myself today, guys, okay? All these freaking cards are popping out all over the place. All right, Sagittarian, overall energy here for you is going to be the Four of Wands in reverse. Having a look here at your current energy, Nine of Wands in the upright. Looking at what you're dealing with, there we go, Four of Cups. Looking at the outcome here for you. Three of Pentacles in the upright. Oh yeah, so you're about to resolve a situation is what I'm hearing for you. And in reference to what it is you're resolving, you know, we touched base with that flipper card you had, which was the Five of Wands reversed. I mentioned to you, Sag, previously that you're either getting out of conflict with people or it could be about reducing like high stress if you've dealt with a lot of high stress recently. But, you know, looking at the overall energy, Four of Pentacles reverse, Four of Wands reverse, this usually represents that maybe a specific relationship in your life is kind of on the outs right now. You know, Four of Wands reverse is like, I'm not close to somebody. There's not a lot of stability. The relationship feels very up and down. And I think you've been pretty hesitant, Sagittarian, to be in an energy where you kind of communicate how you feel towards this person. I almost get the feeling that it's almost like anytime you try to speak your truth or say your piece to somebody here, you know, they're in such a sensitive place that they either take it as an attack or they tend to be the person here who's kind of hard to talk to. It's like talking to a brick wall because they really believe in what they stand for and what they feel, but they're not open to other people's feelings, aka your feelings. So I get the feeling here for you. It's been stressful to communicate with somebody that you have a relationship with. And keep in mind, when I say relationship, it's loose, right? It could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a lover. You know, it doesn't have to be purely romantic, but, you know, somebody here has just been difficult to talk to and difficult to get to a level-headed place with. And looking at what you're dealing with, you're like, you know what? I'm finally just ignoring the situation. Four of Pentacles, or Four of Cups, all right? I don't know why I can't get my suits correct today, all right? But regardless, Four of Cups, it's like, yeah, I'm ignoring this right now, you know? I'm at that point where it's like, this is a lot of stress. I've tried to do my part. Somebody here is not willing to work with me. So maybe just ignoring the situation, kind of leaving it up in the air. Maybe they'll think things over. Maybe it'll change their perspective and their energy. And I think it does, because looking at the outcome here, Three of Pentacles, they'll be eager to work with you when they start to realize how they've been behaving. But kind of like the only way they will recognize how they've been behaving, Sag, is by you not really being around. It's by you taking a break here with that Four of Cups and kind of ignoring them and ignoring the situation overall. So I feel like the incorporation of distance here is certainly what's going to make this person kind of realize how they're behaving and how they're treating you when they recognize that, you know, oh shit, Sagittarius isn't around or Sagittarius is tuning me out. You know, they're going to have a check-in with themselves. And then I think that's when we can get to the point of a solution. So of course, take it if it resonates, right? Leave it if it doesn't. But it's kind of like right now, you are difficult to work with. You don't want to work with me. I'm going to go do my thing. All right. And then they kind of start to realize as you are distant from them, just how they've been behaving. And then now we can start to come more towards a solution to resolve any sort of conflict or negativity that's been occurring here at this time. All right. All right, though, Saggy, not bad at all. You know, I think that sometimes people who are very emotional or very sensitive, they can have a hard time listening to anything anybody else has to say because they immediately feel like they're backed in a corner and constantly are being attacked. I think that when this person has the time and the space as you're backing off from them to kind of recognize that no one here is attacking them, and when they can start to finally understand that, it eases things up here overall. Okay? All right, though, Saggy, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in. Really appreciate you. So we did our fire, we did our water, hopping on into our air signs now. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the lovely and amazing Libra gang. What do we got going on here, baby? Messages here for Team Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac signs of Libra? By the way, hey Trish L, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in. What's poppin', Spiritually Fit Tarot? What's going on, Zia? How are you? How's it going? Hello, hello. And hey Mark, how's it going, man? Thank you for tuning in. Regardless though, guys, what do we got going on here for Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Libra, let's check it out. Let's see what's going on here for you. Starting out with the overall energy of your reading, we have here the World card. So, World card showing up for you. You know, you could be connecting here possibly with a fixed zodiac like an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. Having a look at your current energy, 10 of Wands reversed. Nice to see that in that position. What you're dealing with, 9 of Swords. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense here. And then looking at the outcome, the Hangman. So, it's about figuring out in the next 24 hours how to rise above the stagnancy or the feeling of being stuck in negativity is what I'm seeing here overall. By the way, Spiritually Fit Tarot, thank you so much for the $20. Really appreciate that. Thank you for your generosity. You said you're awesome. You're awesome as well. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. But regardless, guys, you know, looking into your next 24 hours, it's like you are figuring out what you need to do to get unstuck and unbinded from some sort of either mindset with the 9 of Swords. Maybe you've had a very negative mindset. Maybe it's just been a very intensive time. But regardless, I see you letting go of this burden and letting go of negativity, which is great. Overall energy being the world. You know, the world is all about literally keeping it popping, pushing, and moving forward. You know, it's a cycle coming to an end and getting ready to jump into a brand new beginning. So I see for many of you, if you've been suffering with a lot of anxiety about a situation, if you've just been really sad over something, if something's been making you really stressed out, it's like all that is about to change here moving into the next 24 because you're realizing something. You know, the Hangman just isn't a card that always associates with being stuck. As you can see around his head, he has this glow, and this glow in the tarot represents enlightenment. So the Hangman here eventually learns that he was never stuck at all because there was always another option to get out of where he was. And that's the realization for you. Maybe you've been super anxious about something. Maybe your mindset's been really negative, but then you start to look at the other side of the coin and you're like, well, instead of being negative, I could look at it from this perspective instead. You know, instead of feeling really stressed out over this, I can look at what would make me not so stressed and what could benefit me more. So you're looking at what you can do instead to help yourself instead of reinforcing this fact that you're stuck. Because the truth is that being stuck is a mindset. We can always remove ourselves, but we have to be able to be open to different perceptions, right? That's kind of what it really boils down to. So I feel this for you here, Libra, moving into your next 24. You're definitely letting go of something here and you're feeling a lot better overall, and I'm happy for you. You know, I think that everybody gets stuck in their head sometimes. Like if, for example, you know, like I mentioned, I was talking about this the other day, I think it was either the weekend read or Thursday's reading for the daily, but I was mentioning like how I used to be very fearful of like public speaking, and like one of the biggest, most terrifying moments in my whole entire public speaking life, if you will, was when I was 17 in high school and I had to do like this 15-minute presentation. I was shitting bricks. I was like, I'm so anxious. I wanted to throw up. I was just like, I can't do this, you know? And funnily enough, that's the presentation that actually broke my fear of public speaking. Regardless though, what I wanted to mention here is at the end of the day, when you're in that energy of fear, what's going to end up happening is that fear is going to continue to overtake you. You have to do something enough times to be able to break it. And I mentioned here as well that, you know, when you look at something and you only sit in one certain energy and you don't have a different perspective, you're always going to be scared of it. So what I decided to do is I decided to say, fuck it. I got to do this anyways, right? I know I'm scared. I know I'm nervous, but what if I just try going up here, performing my 15-minute presentation, and what if I just try to not be involved in the anxiety? Why don't I let the anxiety overtake me, let it deplete, and then just imagine what it would be like if I could present this confidently? And that's what I did. I let the anxiety in, I didn't fight it, and once the anxiety passed, I decided to become confident in that moment. And once I did that, I killed it. I got an A+. You know what I'm saying? So I feel here for everybody, there's always a different side of the coin. There's always a different energy. There's always a different perspective we can tap into. We're never stuck in one energy. We're all so more mutable than we can imagine. So one of the greatest ways, by the way, one of the greatest techniques, if you will, to shift your energy is start to imagine what it would be like to be in the energy you desire. Let's say you're very shy and you want to be confident. What would it be like? What would it feel like to be a confident person? Hone in on that feeling. What would it look like for you to be more confident? Hone in on that visualization. And the more you can pair that, little do you know, you're actually shifting into that energy. So give it a practice, guys. It really works in life. Regardless, though, love that for you here. All right, Libra, thank you guys for tuning in. Do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But I do see you letting go here of something that's been, you know, kind of weighing on you for the past couple days, okay? All right, though, Team Libra, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our air, we did our water, we did our fire. We're going to hop on into the earth sign in just a sec. Real quick, Elaine said, I love your show, man. Keep spreading the love and light. You're doing an amazing job. All the way from South Africa. Peace out. Well, thank you, Elaine. I appreciate that. Thank you for viewing. Really, really means the most to me, and I'm glad that you do enjoy the show. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you all so much. Daniel said, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Dead on it every time. Thank you, brother. Happy, man. Happy to hear that, and really, really appreciate you tuning on in nonetheless, man. Shout out to everybody who's here. Shout out to the 169 viewers in the chat. You guys are awesome. If you could drop a like, that'd be really cool, and I hope you're having fun here today at the daily reading. All right, though, guys. Moving on forward into our earth sign, let's have a look at Capricorn. What's going to be going on here for the Cappy, baby? Messages for Team Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here for the zodiac sign of Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Cappy, you did have a world card show up, so there could be an ending of some sort of cycle appearing for you guys. I don't feel like it's appearing, though, in the next 24 hours. I feel like it's been happening. So if there's any Capricorns that have been going through an ending in your life, I'm hearing like it's a death and rebirth process. So something's ending with something new's beginning. Just know that. If you are fearful of something in your life changing, Capricorn, just know that something new is showing up and opening up to you, but you have to be willing to be open to not only see it, but also to receive it. Okay? All right, though, Cappy. Let's get this last shuffle, and we'll see what's popping for you. All right, Capricorn, overall energy for you is going to be the Four of Wands in the upright position. Pretty cool. You could be dealing with a fire sign for some of you, looking at your current energy. Seven of Wands in reverse, looking at what you're dealing with. Five of Swords in reverse, and looking at the outcome here, Knight of Cups in the reverse position as well. Capricorn. So we just kind of touched base real quick on how I said that, you know, you're kind of in the process right now of a death and rebirth. And it looks to me like something new's coming in, but you have to be willing to be open to it. And I think that's exactly what's showing up here in this reading, because looking at the overall energy to the current energy, you got the Four of Wands and you got the Seven of Wands reversed. Seven of Wands reverse is about being open, not being restricted. So you're being open right now to the good things in life. Four of Wands. And in turn of that, looking at what you're dealing with here, Five of Swords reversed, it's like the more open you've been to the good stuff, the less conflict, anger, or negativity you've been experiencing here overall. And I think that it's starting to open up your eyes to that maybe life that I have, or everything that I do have currently in my life, is not so bad, because Knight of Cups in the upright would be about traveling to find something better, but considering it's in the reverse, it's like I don't really need to go anywhere because I do have good things, good people, and good situations right here and right now currently in my life. So I feel like for many of you Capricorns, what some of you guys are going to realize is, despite maybe some endings that are occurring in your life, there are certainly a lot of good things that are happening for you right now. And there are certainly a lot of great new beginnings that are on the way. And I think that once you tap into that realization that you have good things, you automatically feel different and you start to feel more blessed. And it's a beautiful thing. You know, there will be times sometimes where, you know, I'll be, you know, checking in with myself and I'm like, oh, wait, like I'm not even realizing just how good my situation truly is. You know, sometimes I'll complain a lot because I'm human. Sometimes I'll look at things negatively because I'm human, but then I'll have a check-in with myself and I'll be like, yo, my situation that I'm in right now is actually a lot better than I'm making it out to be. Like, this is something fucking solid. This is something good. And I had to take a step back and tap into that energy of gratitude and just recognize I'm in a good freaking place. So I feel like that's going to be you here, Capricorn. It's like maybe you've complained recently, or maybe you felt like things weren't all that great, but just know what you got right now is good, and there's so much more coming your way too. Okay? All right, though, Cappy. Of course, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Do take it how it resonates, of course, and leave it if it doesn't. By the way, Cindy, thank you so much for gifting 5 people a membership. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. Holy crap, guys. Really awesome stuff. Thank you, Cindy. All right, guys. So we did all our Cappies. We did our Cappies. So we finished up the Earth. We're going to roll back on in now into our water signs. And we're going to have a look here at the lovely and amazing Cancer gang. So let's see what's popping. Messages here for Team Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. By the way, Cindy said, much love, everybody. I'm going back to work, but have a wonderful week. You as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. By the way, guys, real quick, I just want to make sure, can you guys still hear me or see me clearly? My internet does look like it's going a little crazy. It looks like it's starting to get a little better now, but just do let me know. I want to make sure. If there's a little bit of lag, that's fine, but if I want to make sure it's bearable and tolerable before I continue this reading. So just let me know real quick, everybody. And also, let me see what this notification is. 1 second, y'all. Okay, I mean, this should be fine, in theory. It's a little laggy from what I see right now, but it should get better, I think. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. All right, Cancer, so sorry that you guys have a delayed reading. I'm very sorry about that. Yeah, there's going to be lag. As long as you guys can hear me, I'm happy about that. Unfortunately, the internet's just going to be a little choppy, or the video is going to be a little choppy, so, you know, it is what it is. But as long as you guys can hear me, I'm still happy about that, okay? All right, though, regardless, let's see what's going on here for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus moving along here into their next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the Cancer gang? Let's go ahead and have ourselves a look. We're going to start out here first with the overall energy for you, and that overall energy is going to be the King of Swords. Okay, Cancer, King of Swords showing up here for you. So you could be dealing with an air sign like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Having a look at your current energy, we got here the 3 of Wands, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Knight of Cups, and looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Hangman card in the upright position. So let's go ahead and talk about it, Cancer. By the way, Diona, thank you so much for being a member for over 29 months. Really appreciate that. Hey, and the Soul Fam, sending love and light. Libra gang, thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you so much. All right, though. So Cancer, we got Capricorn's thing hovering over you. Don't worry, this is a Cancer reading. Nonetheless, though, everybody, moving into your next 24, we start out here first and foremost with the King of Swords all the way here to the 3 of Wands. I think you're trying to be more stern and more serious about your future. It does feel like that's the direction you're going into. You know, trying to be more stern, trying to be more mindful about the future you want to create. But ultimately here, looking at what you're dealing with, Knight of Cups, you know, you're trying to move into a new direction, but you still kind of feel like you're stuck. And you know what I think it is, Cancer? I think that, while granted you have a lot of big expectations, and you have a lot of big things and big dreams, I'm always a big fan of telling people to dream big, because you never know what you'll hit, you never know what you'll achieve. I think that your expectations in a way are kind of limiting, you know, because everything kind of works in progress. Everything works in steps. You know, not everything happens overnight. So small progress can create a really big change. Small progress can take you to the path you've always wanted to be a part of. And I think that because you're seeing small progress, you feel like you're going to get small results. But I think that sometimes we have to remember that even the smallest of progress initially will, or eventually, excuse me, will generate a big result. So Cancer, you're kind of getting yourself stuck here, I feel, by having these very high expectations and kind of not being in a space where you can celebrate small growth. It doesn't matter how small the change is or how small the growth is, it can be exponentially and detrimental to the huge outcome that you eventually get. Okay, so that's the way that I want to word this reading here for you. So, and by the way, guys, I don't know why this is popping up again. It shows Capricorn too. It's not supposed to be doing that. Sorry about that, guys. But regardless, it's like, don't be in that energy, guys, where you look at something small and then think, oh, it's going to be a small result. Don't psych yourself out. That's the point that I'm trying to make here, Cancer. Okay, I think you're doing great. I think you're being more stern about your future. You're trying really hard here to be more focused. That's a great thing as well. I think discipline's fantastic too. But when you look at your results and you diminish your results because they may be small, it's not helping you, it's hurting you. So always remember, celebrate your victories no matter how big or how small they may be, because one day all of those victories become your desired result. Okay? All right, Cancer. I love you. Keep a positive mental up, keep a positive morale up, and celebrate your victories no matter what size they may be. Okay? All right, though, Cancer. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. By the way, Mark, thank you for being a member, brother, for over 26 months. Appreciate that so much, man. Hope all has been well. All right, guys. So we did our water. We're going to go ahead and jump on into the fire now. And going on into the fire signs, let's have a look here at the Leo. Let's see what's going on here, baby. Messages for Team Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Leo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, my Lion gang, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves 2 more shuffles over here, and we'll see what's going on for you, man. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty awesome stuff. What do we got going on for the Leo gang? Leo, overall energy here is going to be the Knight of Swords. So you could be dealing with an air sign like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Having a look at your current energy, we got here the Strength in reverse. Looking at what you're dealing with, we got here the 10 of Cups. And looking at the outcome for Lions is going to be the King of Cups in the upright position. So as far as what I see for you, Leo, Knight of Swords here to the Strength in reverse. And Capricorn is still glitched over here. I'm gonna have to unclick it every time. Oh man, my buttons I guess are bugged here today. Regardless, guys, Knight of Swords here to the Strength in reverse. You know, it's an energy right now that's kind of telling me that you're in a space where you are ready to pursue forward. You are ready to pursue, you know, something here that makes you very happy and something here that you love. But I think that to a certain extent, there is a little bit of fear that's creeping in, or maybe there's a part of you that feels like, I want to pursue what I love, but I'm so scared because I know that once I pursue this thing that I love, if I ever lose it, I'm going to be heartbroken. Whether it's a person, whether it's a passion, whether it's a personal path. And I know that feeling very well. You know, I've been there for sure. All right, Leo, I've been there for sure many times. Give me a sec, guys. I'm going to turn off the titles today because they're not working right now. But regardless, I've been there many times where it's like, oh man, I want to pursue this thing. I love this thing. I care about this thing, but I know that if I ever lose it, it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt like hell. And I think that what we have to kind of get into, especially in terms of mindset, is that moment in time where we recognize that the experience is worth it no matter what. No matter if it stays with us till the end or stays with us temporarily, being able to experience something we love, being able to experience something that makes us happy is well worth the experience. I think a lot of people think too far ahead. You know, we worry about our future. We worry about the end all be all. But life is not about the destination. Life is indeed about the journey. And I know that that's the most cliche thing you may hear today. And you've heard that on a million posters and girls' Tumblr pages, okay? But at the end of the day, life is not about the destination, it's about the journey. And it's very true. So enjoying the experience for what it is far more worth it than never experiencing it at all because you're worried that you'd be hurt if this ends. So Leos, what would be my advice to you? King of Cups, go after what you love. 10 of Cups and Knight of Swords, invest in what it is you love and don't worry about the outcome. Focus on the now. Okay? All right, my Leo peeps, let's go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you guys, though, for tuning in so much. Really, really appreciate it. So we finished up our Leo. So we did our fire. We also did our water. We're going to go on into the air sign in just a sec. Let me see real quick, guys, if I can fix my button. We're going to do Gemini. All right, but let me see real quick if this is fixed or if it's, there you go. Let's turn that off. All right. Now it should be okay, hopefully. Hopefully Capricorn won't pop on the screen every 5 seconds again. I might have to update something, but regardless, Gemini, let's see what is going on here with you. So what do we got showing up here for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here at this time? What do we got going on here for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Gems, one more shuffle showing up for you, and we'll see what's going on. Hopefully all is well. All right, taking a look here at the overall energy for you, we got here a Four of Swords in the reverse position. So you could be connecting potentially here with like an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For the current energy though, Queen of Swords, okay. Taking a look at what you're dealing with, Page of Cups reversed, and looking at the outcome for you, Three of Pentacles in the upright position. You know, I kind of feel like this is about getting back into an energy where you kind of don't necessarily, I kind of feel like it's getting back into like savage mode, if you will, where it's like you kind of just don't give an F, is what I'm seeing here for Geminis. So you're jumping more into that energy where you're feeling more savage, you don't really care. You know, I feel like right now you're kind of, you know, you're cutting through things pretty sharp. Looking at what you're dealing with here, Page of Cups reversed. You know, Page of Cups reversed is that energy that can be unapologetic too. I feel like right now at this time, Gemini, you know, you're not feeling super apologetic, but I also think it's because you're not letting yourself get bent over backwards for nobody, point blank period. Because looking at the outcome, Three of Pentacles, I feel like somebody here is trying to work you, and you know that, and you acknowledge that. So you're not going to give somebody the time of day or the ability to manipulate you or work you or pull one over on you, because you can sniff it from a mile away. You see it, Gemini, for what it is. So moving into your next 24 hours, I think you really recognize somebody for what they are and what it is they're doing. And that's why you're tapping into that energy of being pretty cutthroat. You don't really care. And you don't want to show a person that you care, because basically you're letting them know you cannot manipulate me no matter how hard you try to work an angle on this situation. So I think right now you're picking up on that and you're recognizing, okay, I need to protect myself emotionally by tapping into the energy of giving 0 Fs and not allowing this person to get to me and not allowing them to harvest my energy. And you know what? In this situation, I totally agree with you, because there are great times to tap into that energy of not giving an F, because you know what? Sometimes people want to make you give an F. And when they do, they find that power in being able to push your buttons. In this case, someone here can't push their, they can't push your buttons no matter how hard they freaking try. All right, so Gemini, I like that a lot for you. I like that you're going to take a step back right now and not give somebody the satisfaction to do what they're trying to do, or essentially do what they're trying to do. But, initially with their intent, I'm not sure necessarily why their intention is the way it is. So maybe you know why. Maybe this has been an ongoing thing for you with whoever this person is. But, despite whatever their true intentions may be, it definitely comes with a form of manipulation. And that right then and there is not what you want to invest into. All right. And I don't blame you guys. So Gemini, of course, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Of course, do take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But thank you guys so much for tuning on in nonetheless. Okay. All right, my Geminis, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our air, we did our water, and we did our fire. Hopping on into the earth signs now. We're going to go ahead and have a look here at the lovely and amazing Taurus gang. What do we got going on here for the bulls, baby? What's going to be showing up here for Team Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information do we got showing up here for the zodiac sign of Taurus, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, my bull gang, we're going to go ahead and get one more shuffle over here, and we'll see what's popping for you, man. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Taurus, overall energy here for you is going to be the Lovers in reverse. So you might be connecting with the Gemini potentially, looking at your current energy, the Strength in the upright, what it is you're dealing with, the Devil in reverse, and then the outcome for Team Taurus is going to be the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position. So I can certainly say you're not connected to someone or something in your life as much as you previously were. There's definitely a realization that something here is fading out. Your connection here has become a pretty wonky signal. It doesn't feel like there's a strong signal here any longer. Looking at the current energy, the Strength card usually represents that you're kind of taking time away from someone or something. You don't really feel very comfortable being around someone, or you just don't really want to be. And looking at what you're dealing with, Devil in reverse, I think that the more time you've spent being disconnected to somebody, the more easier it's been in terms of how you feel. I think that it's been a stress reliever, and it's been, weight off your shoulders, no longer being invested in a certain situation or a specific person. And looking at the outcome here, Three of Pentacles reversed, I think that at the end of the day, though, it's kind of like, yeah, even though I'm detached and even though I'm not invested and that makes me feel better, there's still a part of me though that feels like there's more I need to do to resolve this situation entirely. You know what it kind of feels like, Taurus? Like, let's say, for example, a person in your life became too much for you. A person in your life just started leaving a sour taste in your mouth and maybe you felt better without them. You know, granted, being without them makes you feel better. Maybe it doesn't feel necessarily resolved because you're still looking for clarity. Maybe you're looking to understand why somebody became sour. Maybe you're looking to understand why somebody changed up in the way that they did. And it's like, if I had that clarity, it might make the process of moving on a lot easier. It might help ease the pain that I have regarding this situation. But what I always tell people though, especially in terms of clarity, is that the clarity is right there in front of you. Any given moment in time, if somebody switches up on us, if somebody walks away from us, if somebody screws us over, you know, the moment somebody takes a negative action against us, that's enough clarity to know that they're not necessarily in a place in time where they are the same person that we connected with. You know, and I think that, of course, people can make mistakes. People can get emotional. They can lash out and then apologize afterwards. But with your specific case, Taurus, you're connecting with a person that you just felt disconnected from in general because they're just not the same person. And it could be that maybe nothing negative happened at all. Maybe you just changed and you became your own individual and they've changed as well and you drifted apart from them overall. But I think that you're in a space right now where you're kind of looking for more clarity to help ease everything up. And sometimes we just kind of have to recognize the clarity is already there. You know, the change that occurred was the clarity that you needed to know that this situation or this connection isn't for you anymore. And it's time to go in your own direction and do you. Okay, so that's what I feel for Taurus. You know, it's time to do you and don't be afraid to essentially keep it popping, pushing and moving forward. Okay. All right, though, Taurus, much love to you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Of course, do take it if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. But with that all being said, we finished up our second batch of zodiacs here for today's daily. Now, real quick, guys, give me about a minute or two. I'm just going to take a really short break. I just want to get caffeinated real quick and grab something real fast from my desk. And then I'll come on back and bang out the last 4 signs for today's daily reading. So don't go anywhere. Thank you guys for your patience. Really appreciate you, and I'll be right back.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love, fall in love, fall in love, fall in love, fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. I don't wanna fall in love. Fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just want.
All right, everybody, we are back. Thank you guys so much for your patience. Really, really appreciate it. Now we're going to go ahead and hop on into our water signs. Jumping on into the water, let's have a look here at the Pisces gang. What do we got going on for the fish? Let's see what's up, baby. What's going to be popping for Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. And hey, Shelby Lynn, how's it going? Hope all is well. What do we got going on here for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the fish? What do we got showing up here for Pisces, please? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Pisces, let's see what's popping, baby. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we begin today's reading here with the 9 of Cups. So, 9 of Cups showing up here for you. You could be dealing with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Having a look here at your current energy, Judgment in reverse. Looking at what it is you're dealing with, we got here the Hermit in reverse. And then looking at the outcome here for you is going to be the 7 of Cups. Cups. Okay, so as far as what I see here for Pisces, pretty interesting reading showing up here at this time. I mean, you could be dealing with a Virgo as well as a Scorpio. Now, we have here the Nine of Cups followed up here with the Judgment in reverse. I feel like right now you're kind of on a good path. Nine of Cups is the energy of fulfillment. You're getting in a good rhythm in the next 24 hours, and I feel like you made a good judgment call here. I think that you made a good judgment call, though, to kind of like return to something, if you will, Pisces, especially when you felt a little bit lost. Sometimes I think one of the best things to do when we feel a little lost in life is to return to something familiar, whether it's like returning to an old hobby, returning to an old game you haven't played in years, returning to maybe even an old friend that you just needed to catch up with. You know, when life can get a little bit confusing, a little bit misty, and it can be hard to see through all that haze, going to a place that's familiar, even if you haven't been there in a long time, can be a really great way to set you back on track. And I feel like that's what's happening here for you. So I do get a bit of familiarity for Pisceans moving into the next 24 hours, jumping back into something, maybe an old habit, old habitual energy, old friend that you'll be checking in with that you haven't seen in a while. Or it could be about just going back to like an old mindset maybe that can really help work through any of the confusion you've been having in life. You know, sometimes when we're feeling a little lost, it's good to get grounded by going somewhere familiar so that you can get your base there and then figure out where to go from there, right? So I think that that's what's going to happen here for you. And whatever it is that you end up reconnecting with here, I think you're really going to enjoy, to be completely honest, because Nine of Cups, that's the energy of a ton of fulfillment, guys, showing up here in your reality for the next 24. So I like it, Pisces. I like it a lot. I think it's a good ass energy. And I think that, you know, most importantly, once again, if we're ever feeling a little lost, go somewhere familiar, get yourself grounded, and then you can figure out where to go from there. Okay. But regardless of Pisces, really good message, really good energy, and loving it for you for your next 24. Okay. All right, Pisces, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So all the water signs are officially done for today's daily reading. Jumping on into the fire, let's have a look here at the Ram Fam, and let's see what's going on here for the zodiac sign of Aries. So let's see what's popping, baby. Messages here for Team Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. Aries, you did have here a King of Pentacles in the reverse pop out, so this is a flipper. You could be in a situation right now where you might not feel totally grounded at this time. If that's the case for you, I kind of have a similar message that I just conveyed to the Pisces that I'm going to convey to you. If you're an Aries and you don't feel super grounded, do something that's familiar to you in the next 24 hours. It can really induce a very grounding effect. Okay. So if there's something you haven't done in a long time, but it's familiar, go ahead and do it. It can definitely ground you. All right. Maybe it's a certain practice. Maybe you haven't gone on your bicycle in a long time and it's going to be a nice day to go for a ride. You know, whatever the case may be, definitely give that a chance or give it a try, okay? But all right, though, Aries, we're going to get one more shuffle, and we'll see what's up here for the Ram Fam. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty awesome stuff. What do we got going on? Aries, overall energy here for you is going to be the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You could be dealing with a earth sign like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Having a look here at your current energy, we got the Page of Swords, what it is you're dealing with. We have the Two of Pentacles, and then the outcome here for you is going to be the World in the reverse position. So let's see what's going on. Starting out here first and foremost with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse all the way to the Page of Swords. You know, I do think that you've been a little hesitant lately to be more helpful to yourself. I kind of get the feeling here where, you know, you've been in a flow state of assisting others, helping others. You know, you've been doing a lot. And I feel like a lot of what you've been doing, though, hasn't necessarily been for yourself. And looking at the outcome here, World in reverse, you know, it's kind of led you to a place where you really feel like your reality hasn't really been much of your reality because your reality has been filled with everybody else. You know, maybe it's been that your friends have needed you a lot recently. Maybe it's been work has been your life and you haven't really had much to do in reference for yourself and what you want to do. Maybe other things have just been consuming a lot of your time. And I think that moving into the next 24 hours, it's about recognizing that my life deserves to be focused on, right? My world deserves to be focused on because it is my world. You know, there's nothing wrong with assisting and aiding others. There's nothing wrong with putting in a lot of focus onto things outside of yourself when it's within balance, but I feel like the balance here hasn't necessarily been kept up. That's why it's a Two of Pentacles and not a Justice, because the Justice would symbolize balance, but the Two of Pentacles, it symbolizes an imbalance in what's going on in life. So Aries, one thing I will say for you is that I do think you very much so would benefit to going back to focusing on you here for your next 24 hours, you know? Really taking the time over here to take care of yourself and, do something for you today instead of doing everything for everybody else. I think it's one of those times to get back to reconnecting with yourself and reconnecting with your world, your wants, your needs, and most importantly, your desires. Okay. So I definitely would say, and don't feel like it's selfish to do so, but have a day in the next 24 hours where you're taking care of you. Point blank period. That would be my best advisory for you guys. I just feel like you've been doing a lot for other people, and it's time to go on back and fill your cup. Always remember, you can't pour from an empty cup, All right, Aries, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. By the way, Fawn, just wanted to say thank you so much for being a member for over 17 freaking months, man. Dude, all these members, some of you guys, man, have the craziest amounts of time that you've been a member, so I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for your love and for your support. Regardless, though, Ram Fam, thank you guys for coming on out. So we did all the fire, we did all the water, jumping into the air. Let's have a look here at Aquarius and see what's going on. So what's showing up here for Aqua? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? Aqua, last shuffle over here, and we'll see what's popping. Starting out here with the overall energy for you, we do have here the Two of Wands in reverse, looking at your current energy, Seven of Swords in reverse, what you're dealing with. We have here the Lovers in reverse, and then the outcome for you, King of Swords in the reverse position. Okay, as far as what I could see here for Team Aquarius, I do believe right now with the Two of Wands reversed to the Seven of Swords reversed, you're not looking at a situation anymore in the perspective of maybe somebody doing you dirty. I think initially you kind of got this feeling that maybe somebody was doing you dirty in the past, or that somebody here was bringing in a bit of self-deception or deception overall. And, you're kind of starting to realize, no, it probably wasn't that they were being deceptive, but I think that because I was starting to become distant from them, maybe there was a part of me that wanted to feel like deception was at play to maybe almost make it easier to move on from them. Now, keep in mind, this might not be your energy. It can be vice versa, but I think that sometimes that can happen. And I'm not judging you, and I'm not trying to bring this up and make it seem like it's bad, Aquarius. So I just want to state that intention first, right? This is not supposed to be me judging you in any kind of way. I think that naturally we can tend to do this sometimes in an overall human level, right? Sometimes we can notice we're phasing out with something in our life, or we're growing distant with something in our life, and it's almost like we'd kind of hope that something negative could be happening to make it easier to move on, because it gives an easier reason as to why you're moving on. So it's almost like in the past, maybe you felt like somebody was being deceptive towards you, but the truth is that like your perception of that person was changing because you didn't want to associate with them anymore. And it was almost like you were looking for a negative situation to manifest so that it would make it easier to cut it off. Whether it was a person, whether it was a job, if it was a job, maybe it was like, okay, maybe they're out to get me, or maybe everybody in my job doesn't like me, or maybe my, boss is like, treats me terribly or whatever. Maybe it was never really that bad, but like you were looking for that reason, just to be able to, fully cut things off. And always remember, if we're looking for a negative thing, we're going to find it. So, whether this is your story, and if it's not, it's no worries. I think that, what's happening here though is a very human thing. That's the point I want to get across. So regardless here for you, I think Aquarius, it's like you're recognizing there wasn't deception at play, but the truth is that things were changing. Like I didn't want what I had here in my life anymore. Lovers reversed. I didn't feel connected to someone or something anymore. And I just had to be open with that. Looking at the outcome, King of Swords reversed, you cut out whatever the situation is, but I think you can now look back and recognize there wasn't deception at play. It's just, I didn't really want whatever this was anymore any longer in my life. All right. So of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But, that's the situation I'm seeing here showing up at this time. You're realizing it after the fact. I think for the longest time, you thought you were being deceived. And I think that it might have been easier if you were. But now you see it for what it is. It's like, I wasn't being deceived. This person was genuine, or this situation was genuine, but it just wasn't for me anymore, And that's the realization showing up here at this time. Interesting. Okay. Not sure how many people that'll resonate with. Probably a few select people, but of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Thank you so much, though, Aquarius, for tuning on in nonetheless. Okay. All right, though, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did all of our water, our fire, and our air. Going on to the last but least zodiac sign for today's daily reading. Let's have a look here at the Virgo, baby, and see what is up. What do we got showing up here for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here for the zodiac sign of Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Virgo. That felt good for some reason. Let's get one last shuffle. And we'll see what's going on. Hopefully all is well. I feel like you're meditating, or this could be a good day for meditation moving into the next 24 hours. Yeah, tomorrow's energy for you might be very peaceful, or you're setting the intent for it to be very peaceful because maybe you need peace in your life at this time. If it's a good day, go outside to meditate. I think that would be super beneficial. Virgo, also, if you have a backyard or if you have like an area of grass that you can walk on grass barefoot. It's a very grounding experience. When you walk on the grass with your bare feet, that literally grounds you. It's scientifically proven. So give that a chance. I think you will really find a lot of benefit from it. If you need that extra grounding energy, of course, meditating outside, meditating in the grass, getting in nature could be really beneficial for you in the next 24 hours as well. But I don't know, like I kind of got that like sigh of relief, like you're meditating or you're doing something here that's bringing in, really bringing in, your inner calm. Okay. But regardless, Virgo, let's see what's up. We're going to start out here with the overall energy, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now, for me, when I see the Queen of Pentacles reversed, that's my card of I'm not necessarily 100% taking care of myself. I'm overextending my energy, right? So the Queen of Pentacles in reverse for me is like I've been overextending my energy to everybody else but myself. So now it's the time to make sure that I take care of myself and I fill my cup first. Looking at the current energy, Ace of Wands. Okay, so there's definitely a spark in the air. There's fire in the air in the next 24 hours. Looking at what you're dealing with, Seven of Swords in reverse, and looking at the outcome, Lovers reversed showing up as well. You know what I feel like is happening here for you, Virgo? I think that there's a part of you that has felt pretty disconnected recently. Like you're living life on autopilot, and that happens to everybody. That happens to me very frequently, and when I recognize that I've been on autopilot, I'm like, oh shit, it's time for me to get off of autopilot and become aware. So sometimes life can just pass us by and we can just roll along with it and not even recognize how quick it's been. And I think that that's kind of been what's going on here with you. I feel like you've been really overextending your energy. You've been pouring from your cup for everybody and everything. And, I think you've kind of missed out on some of the things you've needed for yourself, whether it's needing more time to relax, whether you've needed more time to heal, whether you've needed more time to just simply clear your mind because life's been busy and go, go, go. You're at this point in the next 24 hours where it's like, I do need to rejuvenate because I feel like so much energy has been taken out of me from these past couple weeks or months. And I'm at that point where I haven't really done much for me. And there's going to be this spark in the air for you in the next 24 hours. Ace of Wands, whether it's good weather that sparks your joy, the sunshine in the morning, or just you wake up and you take that first breath and that first breath of fresh air feels amazing. There's something about it where it's like you wake up and you feel inspired to make sure that today is a day you take care of yourself and you do what you need to do because you finally feel aware again. You feel connected to your life again. You don't feel like life is just on autopilot, So that's kind of what you're waking up to here in the next 24 hours. And it's truly, really beautiful. And I think that you're looking towards a really fun day of just being able to reconnect with yourself and serve yourself in your highest of good. And I think that especially for the Virgos that are resonating more on a spiritual side, being able to really reconnect with some of your spiritual techniques that you haven't done in a long time, whether that's meditation, maybe you're a Reiki healer and you haven't done a cleansing for yourself in a long time. Maybe you're not a Reiki healer and you haven't done a sage smudging cleanse in a long time. It's like, for the spiritual Virgos too, it's like a really nice time to get back into spiritual practice is what I feel for many of you as well. So, guys, of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but it looks like that day of just reawakening and like, oh shit. Yeah, life's kind of been passing me by. I've been on autopilot for a minute. I've been doing everything for everybody else, and it's like, all right, let me get back and connect with me, and let's enjoy the day. It's a day to be present and peaceful, and Feels really beautiful, guys. It really does. I like it, Virgo, okay? So, of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But, guys, thank you so much for tuning on in nonetheless, okay? And with that all being said, we're going to go ahead and keep it popping, pushing, and moving motherfucking forward. Guys, thank you all so much for coming out here to the daily reading. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys all enjoyed your messages here today. I do want to mention for the 116 peeps in the chat, if you can drop a like, that'd be awesome. Thank you so much for tuning on in. I also want to mention here as well, thank you everybody who sent in donations. Fawn, I'm not sure if I announced it. Thank you so much for the 5. You said I accidentally sent that ant. However, thank you for my Aries moon reading. Well, thank you. I really appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. And you're more than welcome for the reading, my love. Thank you very much. I don't think I mentioned it earlier, so thank you, Fawn. But regardless, shout out to everybody who donated. Thank you guys for your love and support. It helps out a lot more than you all know, so I really appreciate that. Couple things I want to talk about for this week. So this week coming up, I'm going to be working on the rest of the April 2023 tarot readings. So April readings will be getting worked on this week. Hopefully they'll be completed this week, which will be really nice to go ahead and get those all uploaded for y'all. There is another thing I wanted to mention, but I'll get to that at the end. I do want to mention as well, if you are new here and you're interested in the channel, if you fuck with the channel and you fuck with the vibes, come on down and subscribe. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and don't be afraid to hit the notification bell to never miss an upload. I'd be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family, okay? I also want to mention though, guys, I touched briefly on Friday about a new series I think I wanted to start where it's kind of like I sit down, shoot the shit. It's a weekly video, like every Friday I upload a video about whatever kind of questions you guys have and whatever you want in reference to like my perspective on it. So it's kind of like you guys can ask me stuff and maybe I'll focus on like one specific question per video and give you my perspective on things on like how to help you, how to help people in like similar situations, what would be beneficial. You know, that's a series right now that I'm really brainstorming. I mentioned that I needed to get a piece of equipment. That equipment's already been purchased. So I'm good on that part. So I'm kind of ready to rock and roll with that new type of series. I'm trying to figure out a cool name for it. Still thinking about it, so I'm brainstorming that at the moment. But essentially, to break down what the series is it's like you guys can shoot me a message on Instagram about something you'd like me to cover on my YouTube channel. Maybe it's an experience you're going through and you would like to know some advice on how to deal with it, or maybe it's about wanting to learn about something that I have knowledge on, right? Maybe it's law of attraction, maybe it's tarot, and you would just like to hear my words about it too. So that's something that I've been interested in doing, and it's probably going to become like a weekly thing where I kind of just pick like a random Instagram message that one of you guys DM me about what you would like to hear me talk about. So if you have anything that you'd like to hear me basically speak about, whether it's an experience you're going through and you'd like advice, or whether it's about wanting to seek knowledge on a situation, feel free to shoot me a DM on Instagram, CancerMoonsTarot or CancerMoons.tarot. All right. My Instagram's in the description below if you want to just click the link to go there. So you can shoot me a direct message there. I'm going to be looking at those DMs and figure out where I want to start and what topic I want to pick for the week. Okay. But that's a new type of series I'm interested in doing, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. I know a lot of you guys were pretty excited for that, so I think it'll be dope overall. But I wanted to let you guys know, and of course get your questions and get your feedback if that's something you're interested in seeing. Okay, but all right though, everybody, happy freaking Monday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. My weekend was very fun. Did lots of things this weekend. Normally I am very comfortable and content being in the house, but I was an extrovert this weekend and I was on go mode. Okay, but now today being Monday, I'm ready to go to bed. All right, so I'm ready to go back to sleep, y'all. But have a lovely day. Personal services, by the way, guys, are restocked for the week. So if you want to get a personal reading with me, link in the description below to my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. I'll see you there if you're interested in getting one, okay? But all right, guys, I love you. Have a great day. Happy Monday, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Much love to my soul family, and guys, take care and have yourselves a good one. Peace.